Yo guys, what's up, and welcome back to competitive battling. Alright, I'm sorry it's been a while since last video. What can I say? I've been a little busy. But anyways, Feraligatr, guys. As you know, a while ago he got his hitting ability, and I meant to do this video weeks ago. So let's go ahead and get it done. We're going to be doing a couple sets. They're not too different. Feraligatr can run either a Dragon Dance set or a Swords Dance set. And, you know, there's not a whole lot of difference, but we're going to go take a look at that. So first up, we're going to do Dragon Dance Feraligatr. And that's Feraligatr. He's got a choice on his nature. If you want, you can go ahead and give him Adamant just for that extra power boost, or you can go with Jolly for that speed boost. Either way, he's going to be benefiting. It just, on whether or not you choose Jolly or not, depends on what he's going to outspeed. Even with Adamant nature, he's going to outspeed a lot of things after the Dragon Dance boost, but that's only after the Dragon Dance boost, of course. So honestly, it's your choice. It just depends on if you want him to outspeed a couple more things or not. And then go ahead and max that attack and max that speed. Throw your leftovers in HP or your defense a choice, whatever. And let's go ahead and give him his item. Well, first, let's talk about his ability. He gets Sheer Force, baby. Alright, so honestly, there's no reason to have a torrent Feraligatr anymore. Now, when I say there's no reason, I'm sure there is some weird, bizarre set that will benefit, but for the most part, Sheer Force, all the way. Just all the way, because it'll take off your secondary effects of your moves, but it'll give them a 1.3 power boost, so it's definitely worth. And as far as the item, the reason I did that ability first is because we're going Life Orb, baby. And if you don't know, Life Orb, what it does is it got that 1.3 damage boost as well on your moves, but it'll take a 1/10 of your HP after each attack. But because Sheer Force does weird things, it actually prevents that recoil damage you would be taking from Life Orb. So it's a win-win. You lose the recoil damage, but still get the boost. So it makes Life Orb into a no-cost 1.3 boost. So on top of the already 1.3 boost he's getting on the majority of his moves, this is just a win-win situation. So, onto the moveset. First off, since this is a Dragon Dance set, we're going to be giving him Dragon Dance. And Dragon Dance, if you don't know what it does, it boosts his attack and speed by one stage, all at the same time. So, that's definitely nice for getting a boost in your attack and your speed. And after a speed boost he gets from this, he'll be actually outspeeding most things. A couple notable guys who won't are like Mega Beedrill and crazy fast people like that. Maybe Crobat, I'm not sure. But you know, the only thing that's going to really be outspeeding him is going to be super fast things at that point. So, you know, you get the speed boost and the attack boost as well, so win-win. So anyways, on to the next slot. Of course, you're going to want something to benefit from that Sheer Force. So, Waterfall, baby. Waterfall, it has that nice 20% chance to flinch. We're gonna lose that, unfortunately. However, It's gonna boost it by 1.3 damage, so that 80 power is gonna get even higher. You're gonna be hitting even harder, so honestly, that flinch chance, as nice as it is, it's not gonna be missed that much. So, next slot. Let's get some more stuff that benefits from that sheer force. Crunch. Crunch will benefit from that because it has that 20% chance to lower their defense. You're going to lose that, but Crunch is going to get powered up. Crunch is also great coverage. It gives you a neutral hit on water types, which is important, and it helps you hit those bulky psychic types as well, and ghost types, I guess. So that's nice. And as for the last slot, let's round out that coverage with Ice Punch. Ice Punch loses its 10% chance to freeze, but also gets a sheer force boost. So all our moves here are going to be benefiting from sheer force. And Ice Punch is great for coverage on particularly grass types and dragon types. It helps with some other stuff too, but get some neutral hits on some things. Great coverage. So, honestly, this set, you're good to go. But, you know, you got some options. These aren't your only choices. So, a couple moves that he does actually run would be things like, he has the options of things like Aqua Jet, or Earthquake, or even Rock Slide, really. And we're going to take a look at that. If you're going to put in Earthquake, I'd probably recommend getting rid of Crunch, and you can go for Earthquake. And Earthquake's great. It's gonna hit both Pokemon in double battles. Regardless, it's got 100 base power. Unfortunately, it doesn't get a sheer force boost, and that's why I'm giving it to you as an option, because you know, you don't get a sheer force boost off of it. But, you know, it's still great coverage. So, you can't ignore it. As well, another ground type move he can run. He can also get Bulldoze, and that will actually benefit from sheer force. But, doesn't quite have the power that Earthquake has. So keep in mind, Bulldoze is an option. As far as other options, he also has Rock Slide, which I've only seen a few people run. It's not nearly as common as Earthquake, but honestly, it doesn't seem bad because you lose that 30% chance to flinch from sheer force, and you'll get a 1.3 boost on it. So it gets stronger, and Rock type in and of itself it'll give you a bit of coverage that you could use. So that's another option to consider. And as for replacing Ice Punch, the only thing I recommend replacing that with is perhaps, let me spell it right, Aqua Jet, and that's just there for the priority, really. Still 40 base power, but it has priority. So, you know, if you're wanting to outspeed some things, you know, based on priority, Aqua Jet's an option. I suppose if you really wanted to, you could even replace Waterfall with Aqua Jet as well. But honestly, Waterfall is your main move. Like, that's your main move. So, if you replace that, just keep in mind, you just replaced your main form of damage. Because, you know, it's your stab, sheer force, life orb, boosted move. So Waterfall's packing a giant punch, and you just replaced it. So just keep in mind, I'm not saying it's necessarily a move that you would never want to replace, but just keep in mind if you do decide to replace that you're losing your main damage right there. I mean, you still got damage in your other moves, but that was your main damage, so just keep that in mind. So anyways, that about does it for Dragon Dance Feraligatr. There's not many more options he really has. I mean, he's got a few options, let's be honest, but as far as Dragon Dance set, that's about how it goes. So, we'll move on to next set, which is Sword Stance Feraligatr. And on this set, I wouldn't really recommend running Adamant, because he no longer has that speed boost from Dragon Dance. So I'd recommend going Jolly all the way on this. Not that running Adamant would be a horrible idea, I'm just saying you need some speed from somewhere, so go ahead and get it from your nature. And maxes attack, maxes speed, and 3 extras in HP or your defense of choice, whatever. And first off, go ahead and change that ability to Sheer Force, because Sheer Force, baby. Sheer Force. Now, I mean, I'm sure there's a way to run a set without, that doesn't benefit from Sheer Force in any way. And actually, I might take a look at that here in a little bit. But it's just going to be inferior to a Sheer Force set, as far as I can see. So, we're going to run Life Orb as well on this set. And something I forgot to mention on the other set is Lumberry's always an option, just because, you know, it'll heal a status condition. But the only time I recommend Lumberry really is if you already got someone else with a Life Orb on your team, and so in order to not have duplicate items, you just give him a Lumberry instead. That's the only time I really recommend Lumberry. And that's viable on the Dragon Dance set as well. Lumberry is. So, since this is a Sword Stance set, give him Sword Stance. And from here on out, it basically same set. Waterfall, Crunch. Apparently I can't spell today. Crunch and Ice Punch. And this set's just gonna be hitting harder because of Sword Stance, but you're gonna be a little slower. That's really the only difference. As always, you could run Aqua. Man, I can't spell. How do you spell Aqua? A-Q-U-A. Okay. Aqua Jet. You know, you could take out Crunch for Earthquake, or Bulldoze, or Rock Slide. You know, it's up to you. It's whatever. I just find Crunch my personal favorite there. And I would say you could even switch out. I'm sorry, I can't spell. Aqua Jet here and keep Waterfall if you wanted to, but keep in mind you're losing your nice coverage on Grass and Dragon types if you don't have Ice Punch. But, you know, those are your options. I'd say it might even be possible to maybe put Earthquake down here. If I can spell it right, I'm so sorry. It might even be possible to throw Earthquake down there. But, you know, Ice Punch is definitely your main form of coverage. So keep that in mind if you do decide to replace it. That's where your most beneficial coverage is coming from, because grass types, you need to lay down the Ice Punch on them. Get them out of here. Because Ice Punch are a threat to you, being a water type and all. So keep that in mind. And honestly, that about does it for you know, sword stance Feraligatr. Actually, I'm gonna take a quick peek into making a set with Torrent for him. We'll see how that goes. I'd imagine nature, be either adamant or jolly. Let's go ahead and give him jolly. And max that attack, max that speed. And let's see. Let's go ahead and make this Dragon Dance just for a second. Let's see. What could I replace? Let's see. Does he get Aqua Tail? If I could spell it. He does get Aqua Tail. Alright, so that would be a replacement for Waterfall that would not get a boost. You get a little bit of power boost at the cost of accuracy, but honestly, after the sheer force boost, Waterfall would even be stronger. So you're not winning here much. Earthquake's a move that never really benefited in the first place. I don't know, last slot. I mean, you could still run Ice Punch for great coverage there, but you know, you're not getting your sheer force boost. That sucks. I don't know. I mean, you could always go with Aqua Jet, and now none of your moves get sheer force boost. You know, so it's not really a concern. Although, keep in mind, if you had sheer force, you could just run Waterfall instead, and you'd have a far superior damaging stab move. So honestly, I don't know. And I mean, he can run Life Orb now, but now his Life Orb actually takes damage off of him. So, honestly, if you want Torrent that badly, something like this looks like it could work, but it honestly just seems far inferior to a sheer force set. So I don't know. Let me see. What are your other options here? I mean, I guess Bulldoze, but that doesn't get a boost, so that actually, never mind. Just Earthquake that. I don't know. The only two options I see here in this last slot is either Aqua Jet or Ice Punch, and Ice Punch just kind of there because Aqua Jet's there for priority. Ice Punch is there for coverage. It grants great coverage, but you're not getting the sheer force boost on it. So honestly, you know, let's be honest, sheer force Feraligatr all the way. Let's see. I don't know. I mean, you could run Waterfall if you're really a fan of the flinch chance. Yeah, just, I don't know, something like this if you really want Torrent. But let's be honest, guys. Let's be perfectly honest. Sheer force looks like it's just plain better. Just plain better. And this is just me spitballing, so honestly there might be a better set than this that involves Torrent, but as far as I see it, I don't know. I don't really see anything. I suppose choice band Feraligatr is always a thing, but even then, Sheer Force would help him out. Just get rid of Dragon Dance and go with... Well, he's already got Aqua Jet down there, so just go with Crunch. And Sheer Force would just be playing better there, so... Honestly, well... Let's see. We would definitely want Ice Punch. For sure. And then, yeah, I'd definitely say go with Aqua Jet. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to spitball ideas. And then in the Earthquake slots, where I'd say you have the choice between Crunch or Earthquake. Yeah, that looks about right for a choice band. And I suppose he could even run choice Specs, or not Specs, my bad. Choice Scarf if you really wanted to. I don't know. Keep in mind, this third setup here, this entire time has just been me spitballing ideas, so stick to those two sets if you want something that you know works. This is just me trying to think of new ideas. So anyways, let's go ahead and wrap it up before I continue rambling on about weird movesets for Feraligatr. That does it for Feraligatr, guys. Thanks so much for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to hit that like. If you disliked it, be sure to hit that dislike. And if you want to see when my next videos are coming out, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can get those notifications that let you know, hey, I got a new video out. Watch it. So, yeah, keep that in mind. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.